Alright, hey guys, this is Anthony from Atwo Studios, bringing you another update on our game Roy. I'd like to apologize in advance. I know last week I didn't upload a update video, partially because it was Thanksgiving, and both of us had stuff going on that week. So I'm just moving on to this week for that. So we're coming down to the end with our game here. It's about, I don't know, one or two things we got to fix with it, and then we're just finishing up Google Play Store connections and like getting high scores implemented for that. And then me personally, I've been working on doing the marketing campaign, I guess you could call it, for our game. This week, getting ready to take some screenshots and video for a trailer. I've got the press kit set up. I just need to plug it in with screenshots of the trailer, and then I'll publish that to our website. Along with, I'll be working on a landing page for the game. So what I plan to do is just test different landing pages out through Facebook ads. Those are the cheapest, so I won't break the bank for us for that, and see how different things work for that, and just kind of go through Facebook. I'll look into Google ads and see how those work, see how much those cost as another route of advertising our game. And then also I can look into like putting our game on those mobile advertisements that you see in other games. So like when an advertisement shows up, they show video, a trailer, that would be a really prime opportunity for us to put like our game trailer in there as an advertisement in somebody else's game. So I will look into that, determine the pricing for all that stuff, see if we want to do that right off the bat, or if we want to wait on that, anything along those lines. So ultimately, the game is pretty much done. We need to tweak a couple things, finish the marketing stuff, and make sure all the Google Play stuff works, and we just need to set up the store page and everything, get that set up. So that bringing me to us putting the game out, I believe Monday. Next Monday will be the date that we will publish the game. Because that will give us a full week since we had our meeting last night, and I'd like to get everything done by Sunday so we can sit down Sunday and basically hash out all the store stuff, make sure that's all right, make sure everything's right before we get ready to publish it on Monday for that. So do expect an announcement for that, either on the forums or on our website itself for that. So bringing you to today's video and showing the updates with the video. This past a week or so, we've worked on implementing the sounds and started working on the store for that, and also fixed the major issues that were in the last issue with scaling. This is on my tablet, so you can see that these issues are fixed in comparison to last, I guess 2 weeks ago's video. So let's dive right in. First thing you can notice, maybe not, but you can see the buttons are shrunk just a little bit, so they can basically the menu looks a little bit better, having the logo be bigger and the buttons be smaller for that. So if I hop right in, another big change you'll see is the settings tab. Previously, before, everything's overlapping because it wasn't scaled properly for that. And then we have our two check boxes, our setting check boxes, basically, that being colorblind and that being mute sounds. So we do have those. So you notice kind of lag there, but yeah, if we turn the colorblind mode on, you can see the shapes do have numbers in them to account for the different variations of colorblind. I know I've talked about that in the past, which is a simple way of accounting for colorblind. So if I go into the store here, you can see we got a couple items for the store. That being our player is just our basic shape of the player. We have another skin for our player, that just being our first passive art, which is kind of cool. It's the just like the vector outlines of the shapes. So if people did like that style, or like something like that, and we can go around and choose that style along with this bubble art for that. We do have that, so we planned on having a couple different variations of art for that. These are just the test ones for the store, make sure everything works properly for that. But this is the store, so we just need to hook this up to Google Play, put headings in, have the currency values instead of equip there, and our little buttons for that. And then just basically add everything into the store is what we need to do. So there's that. High scores are currently not working because it's like the last thing we need to implement, but we know how to do that. It's just basically pushing everything up to the Google Play servers, if you will, that needs to go into the high score category, I guess you could call it. So the next thing is our menu here. We did have big text before that, but we do have a drop down now. It's just not visible in this one because we're fooling around with it, but by the time the game comes out, you'll have a drop down that describes what exactly is going on in these different modes for that. So if we go into levels mode, you can now see that we do have the star here is proportional to the screen. Previously it was overlapping, so that was a big thing. And then everything just scales properly, which is really nice. It looks good overall, and for that. So if we go into endless mode, see our colorblind mode is working properly. You may be able to hear the sound. I might want to turn it up a little bit to hear that. But we do have this piano sound, which I think is good for when we're in the game because I think it's relaxing and helps focus. But for the menu, we previously did have like this electro music for that, which I did like that. It was a little more upbeat. You can see that the power-ups are in a different spot, which make a lot more sense now and look very good overall because that shows that they are equipped. It makes more sense visually. So we do have sound effects in here. We can probably turn it up a couple notches. I'm gonna die. Okay, let's turn it up right there. The only major thing, actually two major things. One, this just needs to be shifted up more in the middle of the screen. And then two, when we have skins attached, we still have the default break, the shatter effect. Doesn't switch depending on the skin that we have currently. So that's really the only bug. We did talk about that yesterday. And we'll get that fixed. Other than that, there is no major bugs in the game, and everything is playable, and everything looks good overall. So I'm super excited for this, and I hope you guys do enjoy this game. This is our first game as a company, and I think it's, I've talked about this in the past, but there's really nothing out there that compares to Roy in terms of unique gameplay and something that has to deal with colors. I know there's color switch, but that's not really the same thing as what we're trying to do here. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what everybody's feedback is on this game for that. Yeah, so as you can see, this is pretty much the the final pass of the gameplay. It looks good. I'm very impressed with it overall from where we started to where we are now. It's come a long way. There's some things that can be tweaked in the future, but we can come up with updates for those. For that, it's pretty much the game is here. It's done. So it's the most exciting part. And last but not least, I'll kind of lay out the timeline for what we got going on here. So like I said before, we have. Let me turn this down just a tad bit. Okay, so I said we were going to publish the game on Monday. That is the goal date. I will keep you guys updated with a post on the blog at our website at Atwo Studios if something changes in the meantime. But that is the final date. It should be out on Monday. With that being said, after that, I would like to do another update. The following, let me see here, look at the calendar. Somewhere along the lines of the 10th through the 16th of a Christmas update, because I think that would push downloads even more. I feel like people would really enjoy a Christmas themed game since Christmas is coming up, and it'll help. It'll help, you know, bring a little more fun and festivity to the game for people who, you know, have downloaded it, you know, on the launch day, or you know, plan to download it in that time period. And then another thing too is hopefully, I don't know 100% sure, but that being a Christmas update, you know, it could put us on the front page of the Google Play Store or in one of those categories that you see in the Google Play Store, which could help drive, you know, downloads overall. You know, Christmas update, those two go hand in hand. And for the Christmas update, I'd like to change like our base shapes to like ornaments and snowflakes, pine trees or something like that. Just have like the standard shapes that, you know, nothing too over the top, but yet gets the point across. Along with, you can put like a Santa hat on the logo, and then change our particle system with the stars in the game to like snowflakes falling down. So that is what I'd like to do for the update. So much more. Along with any minor changes we may need to do or tweaks, we can also push that in the update too. So expect that for the game. And then that's it. I'd like, you know, that's what basically the next 2 or 3 weeks look like, is, you know, A, getting the game out, B, updating the game, and then it's just a whole lot of marketing to try and get people to download the game. Like I mentioned before, I talked about we're doing Google Play Store stuff along with mobile advertisements in the game. There will be that because, you know, the whole point is trying to make money so we can put more better quality games out and more games overall for you guys, you the player. So I'm just putting that up front so there's no surprises or anything like that for that. And then that's it. That's it for Roy. If you guys have any comments or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the forums I've been posting on, or feel free to leave them on the YouTube videos or any of our social medias. That'd be in Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube, I guess that's social media. And then check us out at atwostudios.com. I do post regular blog updates there, and I'll be changing the website a little bit to account for the launch of the game. So we'll have more images on there, more the press kit will be on there for one, and then I'll have stuff on there. We do have our Discord channel. You can join us at Atwo Studios. The link is on the homepage of the website, or it's also on YouTube. For there you can join, talk to us, the developers, with any comments or suggestions you would like to see in the game. And then also I'd like to do contests, you know, after the launch of the game, after we get some people playing the game. I'd like to do it on Twitch, where we'd all, you know, me and my partner Alex, sit down with you viewers, and we could play like the endless mode together and see who gets the, you know, highest score, and we can compete on the leaderboard for a amount of time, and, you know, hand out some gift cards for that to help promote the game. So that's kind of where we're heading with this thing after the launch. And you know, stay tuned for more updates on this game and also our future games. I can give you a hint that we have started working on a couple new games for you guys. So like I said, stay tuned for that in the future. Until next time, this is Anthony from Atwo Studios, and I appreciate you guys checking out the video and downloading the game when it comes out. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So, alright, see you guys.